Welcome everybody back to another episode of the Match It podcast. Today it's me, and then we got Rigor. Rigor, say
Yo,
something.
yo, yo, what's going on, guys? It's good to
It's
be
good.
back here at the podcast.
Yeah, and then we actually got a cool guest. We have an old friend. He's he used to be out here when we were younger. We went to high school together for a bit. We did a lot of travesuras. So, um, welcome, Chris.
Hey, what's up, guys? Thank you. I appreciate the introduction, man.
Yeah, for sure. Dude, just kind of talk to us. How have you been? What's good with you? What's new with you?
Well, it's been like like more than 5 years since I seen you guys since I've been out there.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude, it's
I mean,
been a
it's
minute.
been like 10 years since high school.
So I would say
yeah,
about
like
7 years, seven actually to be
Seven, yeah,
exact.
like seven, maybe eight.
yeah. I'm gonna turn 30 this year. It's crazy getting up there.
I'm
You
already
know?
there.
Yeah, Record just turned 30.
Yeah. Well, I'm about to join the club, so
I still
no.
got a
Well, I
couple
mean,
years.
yeah. No. Well, for me, I just been working. Just I just been working hard, and I have a daughter now. She's 7 years old. Her name's Corolina, and
Nice, nice.
yeah, it's pretty much been my priority and stuff. And you know,
Yeah,
what
I
Yeah.
about
feel
you
that.
guys?
I feel
So
that.
when you left Bakersfield, um, you got a girl pregnant right away.
Yeah,
Yeah,
technically, right?
I mean, yeah, yeah, I guess God's plan. I guess I wouldn't say it was planned, but I mean,
Nah, it is God's
I
plan though.
would.
A
Yeah,
plan
no
is a
complaints.
plan, man.
Yeah, for sure. That's cool though. Honestly, man, I think being dad's pretty cool.
I mean,
I
what about you guys?
shoot, same thing, bro. Just working, getting by life, having kids. I don't know about RJ, but me, um, yeah, dude. Honestly, it's just been kind of chill. Just working, living, family, hanging out when we can, and
Well, I don't have a. Sorry, my bad.
now go go
I
go.
I don't. I don't have kids on my own yet, but my girlfriend here does have two kids with her, so it's kind of different, I guess. You know what I mean? Like that's my first time like dating like a single
Mom.
mom. Yeah. So
So
it's so far so good.
you dated taken moms, but not a single mom.
Say that again.
I said you've been dating taken married women, but not single women.
No, 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 no.
Okay,
Not that. No, no.
no, no.
But yeah, so far it's like it's a different like different approach into the relationship because I'm not only worried about one person, I'm worried about the other persons persons as well. You know what
Yeah,
I
I
mean?
think that's the take here when you get with the single mom. Um, their kids technically become like a part of that relationship.
Yeah, it really does. It really does.
And how's that though? Is that
Yeah,
cool? You
well,
feel it?
So far, like I said, it's going good. I'm good with her kids. They're fine with me. Her daughter calls me dad, so that's
Look at you.
you know what I mean.
Yeah, I feel that.
that's good to hear, man. As long as you're happy, that's pretty much all that matters.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So,
honestly.
and then, like I said, like back in the day, I mean, I remember we used to all hang out like 5, 6 deep in high school.
Yeah.
Have a lot of good experiences, a lot of drunk experiences.
Yeah,
Yeah, a lot of good
we've talked
times.
about this before on the podcast. And I think we even brought you up before,
Yeah,
but
I
we
think
used to, yeah,
we said that you're the one who brought us the well, not brought us, but introduced us into smoking more cigarettes in a way.
yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah,
Uh,
because
That's
yeah,
for
you
sure.
were the only person that was smoking cigarettes back then, and then yeah, you kind of brought it, and then everybody started freaking smoking cigarettes.
I remember everyone used to have a pack for themselves.
Dude, I
Just
know
because
that's
we used to not smoke just to like, I mean, for the nicotine, but like just to be able to do smoke tricks.
literally
Back then, there wasn't really vapes like how there is now.
no. So
Yes, exactly.
our smoking was cigarettes, and then we kind of. I mean, I think at the time when you were there, did you kind of start them off smoking too, or was it like for weed?
Uh, Honestly, I don't remember
I don't either.
honestly how I started smoking cigarettes, but I do remember smoking a lot of cigarettes.
Eh, Newports to be exact.
Newports to be
Yeah,
exact.
and now that I really think about it, it was just like, why? Why would I do that to myself? You know, now I wouldn't even touch a cigarette with a stick,
Yeah,
That's
I
good,
haven't
bro.
bro.
smoked a
Like
cigarette in a minute.
I've smoked some time here, but like I stopped completely smoking cigarettes again. I went back to smoking vapes.
Oh yeah,
Just as bad.
definitely. And it just goes back to your health, you know.
Yeah, Rigor doesn't care
Yeah,
about his health.
actually I do. Actually I do, especially entering this new year, bro. Like I've been at it at the gym. Um, Start to eat not really healthy, but like just portioned meals.
Yeah, that's what I usually do, and just water. But
A
I've
lot of
lost.
water, bro.
Yeah, this year I've been kind of. I'm going more healthy on the food this time. I've been just portioning, but I think since I kind of have that down now, I'm going to start actually implementing some healthier foods.
Right. With me, my daily um intake on food, usually now I take more on protein side. So like in the morning, I would have eggs with like oatmeal. So and then for lunch, I would have like a portion of meat and rice, like a little bit of rice too, and so on. Just those basic like food health.
Yeah,
Well, for me, like what I'm trying to do this year is, you know, try to slim down a little bit, and the way I'm trying to do that is just watch my calorie intake. You know, just eat a lot more healthier things and drink a lot more water because I really don't drink a lot of water, and
and maybe this
that's
will
what I want to do.
maybe it'll motivate you. Do you drink a lot of soda?
Uh, Kinda, yeah, I do.
I completely cut out soda in October. I think maybe like late August going into October, and I've lost. This is also with, I guess honestly I blame the soda most of it. I lost like 30 pounds in the past few months since October, so maybe like 3 4 months, and just soda. And I think it was just like being bloated and stuff, extra like weight, not necessarily fat.
Loaded with sugar, bro. That's what it is,
Yeah,
sugar.
and literally, dude, I used to be 260, now I'm 230, and that was just from only water now. And now I portion my foods and stuff, but I want to say half of it, if not most, of my weight was coming from soda.
Do you watch what you eat now,
Um,
or do you just eat less portions?
I eat less portions. I used to overeat a lot, dude. I used to just eat because I could, like just just because I could. Mainly the munchies too. So now that I've kind of not smoked as much, I've also gotten better at not wanting to eat, obviously. And so now when I do smoke, it's almost watching my portions because when I'm high, I kind of just don't care. So, um, but honestly, just you can eat the same stuff you're eating, dude. Just literally portion it to everything that should be on your plate. Like considering if you're eating vegetables, protein, starch, all of it. Protein would be like a cup, and the rest is like half a cup each. So if you do that, you'll be fine. You know, you can. And I also don't eat till after 12, but it's because
Okay, so
I'm
you
Like
fast?
like midnight, you mean?
no like I won't eat breakfast until like I eat lunch. So I'll eat like
Oh, okay. So you're fasting before.
yeah. But I started that when you told me, you know, like when we were boxing,
Yeah.
and I kind of was like on and off, on and off, on and off, and it just stuck. And so now I'm not as hungry in the morning. I just drink water, and me feeling hungry is essentially my body just wanting something. So if you feed it water, most of the time you won't feel hungry.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pe-
definitely.
you know
I
your
remember
body
it
will
telling you
yeah.
that.
A lot of people don't know that your body when it grumbles to like, you know, when you're genuinely hungry, you know, but sometimes when you feel like you're hungry, it's all you need is water
Yeah, your brain is sending signals to your body like, hey,
saying, "Hey, give me something." It's not
it's
just food.
it's saying, yeah, it's saying like I'm hungry, but maybe it's really just your body being thirsty.
Yeah, because
Because
as humans, dude, we naturally think like, "Oh, my stomach feels hungry. I need to put food in it." But I mean, we also need water. You know, like that's the important part,
water is life, bro.
bro. Bro, I'm gonna start prepping my body. It's funny that we're talking about this. Um, I want to do the 3 day water fast.
Oh man, you're gonna be in it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do a day like next week or this week, and then 2 days the following week, and then 3 days.
No, try it. Kind of. My suggestion. I'm not, I'm not no health expert here, but try to do it first, like, and let's say in a month basis, right? Just do it once a month first, or twice a month. Like, don't go like one, two, three,
Well,
and
I
then
was
change
doing it
every.
to just prepare my body.
Okay.
Okay. I've heard of people doing a watermelon fast, so they only eat nothing but watermelon. And
Huh?
you know, watermelon's like almost like 80% water.
Yeah,
That could be a good one to try.
I think it would. And you're also getting like your sugar from it.
Yeah, pretty much it's loaded with good stuff too, like a lot of vitamins as
Yeah,
well, from watermelon.
you
So
should just do watermelon and kale. Boom.
Oh man,
perfect.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm not really a big
Yeah.
kale fan, but if instead of like if I were to pick between kale and broccoli, I think I would go with broccoli.
Do you guys have a favorite fruit?
Um,
For me, it's watermelon. It would
I
have
don't
to be
think I do.
watermelon.
I think I just like all fruits. I don't really have like a specific favorite.
I love apples, bro. I think apples like the best fruit for me.
Damn, now I feel like I need one. Um,
Well, in school they used to give apples and peanut butter,
yeah,
if
that
I'm
was
not
fire.
mistaken. That? Do you
Yeah,
like that, Rigor?
I remember you always get that at lunch. The cut apples and shit.
Yeah.
Man, this is a throwback for us, man. This is really
Bro,
good.
I was actually gonna ask you later on, and then I guess Rigor took the initiative here, so that was good because it kind of works out because we don't have Victor. It would have been nice to have Victor on here though.
Yeah, I hope you feel better, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Victor, man.
Shout out to our third host. I guess next week I'll just miss two since everybody's doing this.
Yeah, I know Victor with his luscious hair, with his luscious
Nah, he
curls.
cut that off.
I think he's growing
Yeah.
it back though. No, like I think his
Maybe
hair's a
maybe it's
little
like
bit longer now.
Well, he says he wants to get a haircut, so I don't know.
I doubt he got a haircut already because he said he's been really sick.
No, I'm saying in general, so I don't know how long it really is. He keeps a beanie on all the time.
Oh, okay. I get it.
Well,
Yeah,
for
like,
me, I
yeah.
have long hair now.
Do you?
Yeah, it's pretty long.
Like how long your hair is now.
Um, like if I got braids on right now, so like they probably go past my chin.
Oh, damn. Okay, that's pretty long. Like I think that's the longest you've had it
Yeah,
since
it's
we
probably
met
like
you.
about 2 years.
Oh,
About two
damn.
years.
You really grew that shit out.
Yeah, it's pretty long. I've been
What
growing it out.
What made you want to grow it out?
Mm, just because like for me, I have curly hair, and like before, like everyone all of a sudden wants to get curly hair now. But like, yeah, I let it grow because I wanted to kind of like show my curls. Because my hair is not really straight or anything. So
So it's curly.
yeah,
He
and then
just
like I
wants
said, it just grew.
he just wants to show off his curls,
He just
man.
wants to
Come
show
on
off his.
now.
That's it. That's it. That's simple.
Did you? Are you looking up to Victor's old hair? Is that what this is?
Yeah, exactly. That's
He's
why I
going
was
through
talking. Luscious hair.
Yeah, that fool
he
has
was
some good
going
His
hair.
curls.
he was
Low
going through
battery.
Victor's
Please
pictures.
charge.
No,
No way. She said it already.
no, no, no. Oh well, let me see. All right, well,
Uh,
you guys continue to talk real quick.
guys, so yeah, until Edgar fixed the issue he got going on with the battery, um, how, well, you did tell us like, yeah, you're working. Can you explain what you do for work? But don't say where you work at, because we don't want people like going there or telling your business out there. So from now on, like, what do you
I
do
don't
for
want to
work?
get that. I don't want to get that whole Kai experience.
Yeah.
Have that ride at my work and stuff and show up. Honestly, I work for catering. Um, at an event center, at an event place.
Oh, like kind of like in a food industry in a way. Like, do you make the food or
Yeah,
you
You serve.
basically.
what do you do
Yeah,
there?
basically like set up the venue, set up the event, set up for their desserts, like their food. Like they'll have events and there'll be like 100 people to like 200, 300,
Yeah.
and they'll have like a buffet. So you just have to set up everything for them. So by the time the guests get there, everything's already ready for them and
How is
stuff
it
like
like?
that. And I've been there for like about going on to a year.
Nice,
I
nice.
like it. Pretty good. No complaints on my side.
No, yeah. I'm pretty aware of banquets and how they work.
Yeah, I was listening to the last episode where you were telling me that you're like a chef, you like cooking, prepping and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
That's
good, bro.
that's
You
my career path.
Edgar,
Was
that's
like
good
it,
that he did his homework like to listen to the actual podcast too
Yeah,
before
that is
actually
good.
entering the podcast.
and then also being like kind of in the food industry, it's kind of like harder to lose weight, just because you have a lot of
Bro, I
temptation
know. Trust.
and
Ever
a lot of food
since,
available to you.
yeah, bro. Yeah, yeah. I get you. Ever since I started at this new place, man, it's just I see all the food coming in and out. What I'm making, pastries, and I'm just like, how do I? It's hard,
Stop the temptation,
bro. It's I'm telling you, it's so hard.
man.
No, it really,
You guys will be fine. I mean, you guys could eat, but just like I said, don't overeat, don't overstuff yourself. Um,
No, yeah, I've still
yeah.
been. So I'll replace whatever I eat at work. I won't eat it at home. So it's like, yeah, I'm trying to replace it. So guys, if
Wait,
you hear, hold on, if you hear a static in the background, I had to charge the little soundboard I'm gonna get a new one. I promise you guys, this is gonna be legit. It's like $600, but I'm gonna try to make it happen. Um, we're gonna get a Roadcaster Duo coming soon. Hopefully, guys, if I can cop it for cheaper somewhere, that'd be great. But fuck the static. If you guys don't want to listen, don't listen. But we're here to stay, and we're gonna keep it going. Just wanted to say that. Anyways, what were you saying, RJ?
Shoot, I forgot. But actually, when you say "fuck the static," remember when you, Victor, and I were talking about some merch for our for the
Yes,
podcast?
sir.
We should have that like "fuck the static" on that shirt
Oh,
type of
dude,
deal.
you know what? That is a smart ass idea, bro. I'm gonna give that to you. We should put that on a shirt. But
Yeah,
I don't know if you've seen. We have the website up. We're gonna.
yeah,
If this starts going like the way we want it to go, we've been doing a lot of planning, like the background of all this. I know we're still new and everything, but I have high hopes for this podcast. As long as I think consistent about it, we start getting better at our talking and like get better topics and whatnot. I think we'll be fine.
yeah. We will. It will come.
And question for you, Chris. You're the guest here, so from what you've listened to, I don't know how many episodes you've listened to. From what you've listened to, what do you think so far? Like, would you listen to it naturally if you didn't know who we were?
Like, give us a feedback of a person first time hearing it, our
Yeah,
podcast.
Okay, I get put on the hot seat. Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
I mean, and dude,
That's what you're here for.
and don't be afraid to be harsh on the critique. That's what we're here for. We're here to improve ourselves and see where we can grow. So any feedback is good feedback.
yeah, no, I mean, you guys aren't doing bad. You know what I mean? And when I say that, I don't mean you guys are, like, I would obviously listen to you guys. You guys have great topics you guys talk about and everything, and you always keep the conversation going. Like I said, I have listened to a couple of them. I don't know about you guys, but do you guys ever listen to it back double speed, or do you guys listen to it normal speed?
I listen to it normal.
Normal?
Yeah.
Yeah, I caught the last two and everything, and yeah, like I said, you guys are. I mean, you guys are barely getting started. What episode is this?
This is 9. We're about to be on 10
Yeah,
next week.
yeah, you guys are doing really good, in my opinion. Like I was listening to the last episode, you guys are gonna trademark the match it.
Yes, bro, that's what we're on right now. Me and Victor have looked into it, and there's a lot of match it and match it not podcasts, just like match it that are like trademarked by companies that are survival or like pharmaceutical and stuff like that. But there's no match it podcast trademark. So if we can get that trademarked, we had seen another YouTube and another Instagram with match it podcast. We can legally have them remove that, which I won't do because that's messed up. But just so if anybody comes at us and they're like, "That's my name," I'm like, "Nah, nah, it's mine."
We trademarked it.
And so we want. I want to trademark Match It podcast and match it with the exclamation. I think that's perfect.
I like the logo. I really do.
Yeah,
I would definitely wear a shirt
we
with
had
it.
an old one that I had made. Victor made these, and we have a few other ones that we want to put on shirts just for us. So when we start doing video, we kind of have some shirts every now and then. Like we're matching or something.
Yeah, no.
Uh,
Besides that, it's a really cool logo. I like it. I like what it says and everything.
I could actually make like I know it's gonna be hard for me to get a shirt, but I could actually have made one here, so I'll be able to whenever we do the videos
Well, yeah, that'd be
on the
cool. But
podcast, I'll
you're gonna
have it.
come back, right?
Yeah, I'll be back. Yeah.
Yeah. See, so when you come back to, we'll always more than likely make enough for where you're gonna have yours. So whenever you're here, you'll get them.
Hell yeah.
Because the goal is to invest in this podcast, and I already told Victor that he heavily invested, bro. Honestly, respect to my boy. I love Victor, man. Like that was just he's good
Shout
people,
Shout
you
out
out.
know.
Victor.
He invested, bro. Like he actually bought the soundboard, bought some XLR cords, got some mics, got some stands. So he is our sponsor essentially. Shout out to him. You know he's great peeps. So that's how we're here doing this. Kind of feel a little bad because I'm using this mic and not his. But fuck it.
He understands, bro.
Yeah,
He understands.
I'm sure, dude. When I showed him, he was excited.
Yeah, he probably wants to try it out too. Be
Yeah,
like, hey,
I'll
how's
most
boys?
likely let him use the next round. What I need to learn to do is actually separate our voices because right now it's going all on one audio, and I want to be able to separate the because I think sometimes it kind of mumbles us a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it mumbles us because like I said, I feel like whenever we do talk, we kind of like talk over each other in a way.
Yeah, but I'm gonna get a better software that soundboard that I want to get that'll separate all our voices, so that'll be good.
Yeah. Also, we could take turns. You know, everyone says an opinion, and then after Rigor, I go, and then like that. You know.
Yeah, we're getting better at doing that. We tend to kind of talk over sometimes.
Yeah. No, I'm nervous. If you can't tell, I'm nervous. I'm nervous.
No, I can't.
Bro,
No, I
you're
can't.
fine, man. You're fine.
You know how like you hear yourself on the phone and you don't sound how you expect it.
Oh,
Yeah,
because you then when you
that's
hear
how I
yourself,
feel.
huh?
Yeah.
You know that's actually
So.
been a battle with me is because I have my headset on, and with the mic, I already hear myself talking,
Oh,
and I
okay.
hate
Yeah.
how
That
it sounds, dude. Like I'm 100%. I hate how it sounds, but
you feel self-conscious.
yeah, nobody has said like, "Yo, you sound like a dumbass." So I think,
Yo, real quick info. I think this is our first podcast in the new year, right?
this is
Bro, we didn't even say that on the
we didn't,
introduction.
and yo, we didn't even say that in the introduction. So what if
What if we start
it's
all
fine?
over?
Nah, nah.
Nah, nah.
We'll say
We
it at the
can.
end, and we'll say it now. I guess we're almost 30 minutes in, guys, and we just realized that this is our first podcast into the new year. Happy New Year's, y'all! We made it another
Happy
year.
New Year. Happy New Year,
We
guys.
made it another year.
We got to start it off like Cat Williams.
Now
Dude,
we'll do a proper Happy New Year's at the end.
I seen that podcast with Sharp. Oh no, that's what his name, right? The other guy that was doing the podcast,
The Adam
and with
22
Cat
guy.
Williams. No. It's Cat Williams and Sharp. He's in the NFL
NFL
industry.
wide receiver. He used to be
Yeah,
an NFL wide receiver.
What's the
there you
NFL?
go. Ha ha.
It's just basically like guys that like hug each other and try to score.
Oh, okay.
Score what?
Don't say that to
A
RJ. He
touchdown.
thinks you're talking about, that white stuff.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
no.
anyways, yeah, Happy New Year, guys. How was your? Let me just start it off then. How was your guys' New Year's, man?
Well, hold on. I want to
Well,
know
for
about this Cat William thing.
Oh, go ahead, Chris, take it away.
oh well, I mean from it was just some guy who went. Well, you obviously know who Cat Williams is, right?
Yeah, I think he's coming to, or he was here the other day.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he basically like exposed kind of like the industry of kind of like what happens, and like he took shots at other big comedians like Steve Harvey and you know.
And it's on a podcast.
Yeah,
Oh, I
Yeah,
gotta
pretty much.
watch it.
it's the one
It's
Chris with the H, Victor's brother, sent on the messenger on the group chat
Oh,
on
I'll
Facebook.
look at it.
Yeah. He basically revealed a lot of crazy stuff going on the funky side of the bit of the comedy business, such as like you're supposed to be like comedian actors are supposed to unite, like have one, like basically kind of like a union, like instead of having individual taking shots at each other, dissing each other, taking jokes from one another. Basically, he exposed all of those in that podcast.
Huh.
yeah. People stole his jokes and stuff like that, and that like they make you wear like dresses in the industry that
Uh,
and
Dude, he even said
stuff like
about
that.
like the Illuminati initiation, right?
Uh huh.
Do you
So
guys
he,
believe in stuff like that?
I mean,
I mean, we
dude,
don't
like
know.
we don't really know. You could just go off on the based on the person's credibility, and he's
Yeah.
been in the
But I mean,
industry for
Cat
a
Williams,
while.
how credible is he?
Yeah, no. I mean, his credibility is probably like
I want to
slim
say
to
it's been
none.
shaky.
Yeah,
No,
but
because
it's just
he did say that people thought he was doing drugs or on drugs. He said he never was.
Nah, there's no way. There's no way.
That's what
uh
he said, man.
Yeah, but I mean,
yeah, that
he's
was
gonna
real
say a
fucked
lot
up.
of things though. There's like video proof of him out there twacked out. What was
Yeah.
that? Explain that.
Yeah.
It's like me not smoking and drinking anymore for like a year or two, let's say 5 years, and then I'm like, nah, never did it. But there's videos of me hitting a blunt, taking a shot, like that's just,
Tell him that was your doppelganger, bro.
you know what I mean though. I think there's truth behind it. I just don't know how much of it is fabricated, you know. But I think that's for us, the audience, to depict and I guess use our own perspective.
Perspective and judgment on it, and
Yeah.
I mean,
But I think there's truth for sure. There has to be. It comes from somewhere,
right, such as like movies that are like kind of like alien stuff.
and not just
Aliens
that,
are
but those
real.
movies that you see that are like they're trippy, bro. How you think like how does someone come up with this? I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, I mean, it's because do you guys believe in a higher being? Like,
I
I
do
was like
for sure.
listening to the other episode where with Alex,
Yeah,
if I'm not
I
mistaken,
believe in God,
and
God the Almighty.
Bro, he did his
me
homework.
personally, for me personally, I I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm 100% convinced, but like I wouldn't say I'm atheist, but
Oof,
like to me, I gotta see it
oof.
to believe it.
All right, I'm gonna have. Yeah, that's okay. But then your logic gets broken when I can you see air?
No, but you can feel it,
You can feel
right?
God. You're alive. How can you not feel Him? Have you ever been on the verge of feeling like you're just done and broken, and then boom, something good happens in your life, changes that mojo, and you're just like, you want to say thank God, but since you're an atheist, who do you thank? You can't thank yourself because you just couldn't get out. And not just you personally, but in the generalized situation, you know?
Mhm.
What do
No,
you
I
think there?
You
understand.
Like,
know, M-
Like
go ahead,
I
go
don't know.
ahead, bro.
I tend to believe more in science to like aspects of things that
I
have happened in
agree.
the world.
I agree. Science is a very important, but did you know that science and relationship actually play hand in hand? Science will prove that there is a mighty creator. and
Yeah.
religion can prove that science has been happening since like the beginning of time. That's how it works, you know? So, and I want to know, why don't you believe? Like, what's, and I'm not here to convince you. I just love this debate. Why
He
don't you?
loves
Like,
this topic. Yeah, he
I
loves
do.
this
I'm very
topic.
passionate about this topic.
It's just in the fact that, like I said, it's because like I don't want to say I don't believe, but like there's a lot of situations that happen in the world and stuff, you know, that shouldn't happen. Like, like what do they say, like always the good people get screwed over, you know, like why would they let that happen and stuff, you know,
Why would they
like
let?
I said, for me, why would God let that happen? Like for me, like seeing is believing, you know,
Well,
like
because he
I
gave
don't know.
us. He
Hold
essentially.
on, hold
For
on,
me,
hold on, hold on. What did you say about that last part? Seeing is to believing,
yeah, that's why
right?
like for me, I don't believe in ghosts. I
Have you
don't
heard of
believe in
this
Santeria and stuff
phrase
like that.
before?
Yeah, but you can't. Okay, go on, Rigor. What were you saying?
Have you heard this phrase before? Like, you know how you said seeing is to believing. Have you heard this phrase that believing and then you will see
Oof.
phrase?
Yeah.
We're going
You
with the
know,
woke talk.
you know what I'm saying? You gotta believe first to actually see what he has stored for you. You know, I'm not big on God, but I do know that there is a higher up, and I do pray to that. You know what I mean? I talk to that
Yeah,
person.
and you know that what he just said is actually very true. Um, and I guess I can't reference saying, "Hey, you don't see oxygen because then you're gonna die because you don't believe." Ha ha ha. But in the sense of a higher being, when it comes to God, and I was just talking to my mother-in-law about this, dude. How I was saying, a lot of Christians or even people that just believe in God are always like, "Hey, God, use me. I want to be used by you." And when I was talking like to myself and stuff, and I forgot where I heard this, but it kind of like came back around. You know what I mean? I heard it somewhere, and then I was talking to myself, essentially God. It led to that conversation, right? Me talking to myself kind of led me talking to God. And I had remembered that I heard this thing saying, everybody says that, use me, or show me you, right? But all he wants is to know you. So why would he use you or show you if you're not even willing to get to know him? If that makes sense. So like believing in him and at least starting talk to him, I think is a great way to find out if you think there's a God or not.
Yeah,
And and
like I understand what Rigor said.
and essentially, I know this is from a personal experience, like experience for myself. I've been in a dark place where everything was going good, everything was high, good pay, good job, but then all of a sudden everything crashed, and you're in that hole where you just like you can't crawl out. I've been in that spot, so I feel like being on that spot made me realize that there is a God out there that do watch over you, and now I'm slowly getting out of that hole. I feel like everybody has to experience that moment where everything was, like rock bottom hit. I feel like
Being
everybody has to
humbled.
hit rock
Being
bottom.
humbled.
Yeah, be humbled, and from there on, you work on things that you actually see things that you couldn't see when everything was, you're on high. You're on a high, like you wouldn't see the all the bad stuff until you actually get to that bottom. I feel like I need to add that on this
I think that's
conversation.
that's a great way to explain it, because an experience itself is what a lot of people go through, and it's super relatable. Um, because I could relate to that. I've I've God has humbled me, bro. He knocked me on my cheeks, and I had to start over and climb back up. And I've seen things happen in my life, and I'm still seeing things happening in my life. And at this point, it's not really me praying and being like, "Hey, give me this. I want to see this." It's almost just putting my faith and my trust in God, and seeing everything else just move out of my way and things falling into place. I got a great job. Um, I'm with my kids. I'm with my wife. Like it's being, restoration. There's all this stuff, dude. And honestly, I can get into it, but I don't want to dive that deep into this because um, it's a, yeah. Um, but because of all that, it's like those experiences that I'm telling you about. Have you ever had an experience where you just felt like you couldn't crawl out, but you did somehow, and now you're kind of in this place where you're at, where you're doing good. You're kind of blessed because you're waking up every day next to your kid and you have a job. Like the small things, not the material. If that makes sense.
Yeah. No, I went through like a little, I guess, depression. I didn't start off the year good or last year, but it ended off great, very good. Like I said, I got this job and I've been working there for a year, and it's a really good job for me. I like it, and it's opened a lot of doors for me, and it's giving me the chance to be with my daughter a little bit more. And yeah, it's hopefully this year's gonna go better than last year.
It will, man. It will, for sure. Just gotta manifest it out there.
Yeah,
Sometimes our
I used
worries. I think. Have you heard of the saying? Don't worry about, like, only worry about the present or something like that. Like,
mm, yeah, kind of, because I used to not believe in manifestation. I kind of believe it. You know how they say like, oh, say it every day or keep saying it to yourself and it'll happen. I, you know,
do you believe in energy?
but no, like, is that like with crystals?
Not necessarily. Just the life energy. Just energy.
Basically, like a life force, bro.
For me, no, I don't think I'm there.
Um, because you're alive, so there's something in you that keeps you moving. If that makes sense.
Yeah, my
Technically, our
heart.
souls. I guess that's what it would be, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I think that's what it would be.
um,
Fun fact. Because my girl used to work at a funeral home, and then so when the body gets like cremated, you know that you leave how much weight that you came into this world, such as when you're born, you weigh a certain amount of pounds, right? And
yeah.
when you leave, you're exactly the same amount of pounds
Is that
when you're
fact?
cremated. That's a fact, yeah. She worked at a funeral, like a funeral home, and they do cremation and stuff like
That's
that.
crazy.
Yeah, fun fact.
Fun fact.
That's wild.
That is wild.
I would have never known that.
Huh.
I mean, working at a funeral home is crazy.
That's yeah, that's wild in
Like I said,
itself.
I don't like for me, like I said, I don't believe in ghosts, but like I mean, it's just like I mean, don't get me wrong, like I'm still scared. Like I won't work there.
Okay, so not just
So
God, right? Not just religion, but what's the
yeah,
lack of belief in anything? Like why do you
because like I
decide
said,
to
like for
throw that
me,
part of your life? Like belief. Think
just
of
because
the word before you answer, belief, what it means.
mm,
Because I know you're going to say cuz for me I need to see it to believe it. But that's the whole point of belief. Like you're
Yeah.
just kind of throwing all that out the window because you can't see it physically.
And there's a lot of in the scientific world, there's a lot of phenomena that they cannot explain. And why cannot explain it? That's another food
Like
for thought.
how I'm
By the way,
I'm I'm having not trouble understanding. I think I just like to pick at a brain when I guess I don't understand it.
should have been a psychologist, bro.
Um, I wanted to at one point in my life, but dude, I'm having too much fun. I'm
Yeah, it's your
literally,
passion, bro.
I'm having so much fun in the kitchen. Um, anyways, not the point here.
But yeah,
I
let me
got
go get
lost
some
for a
water,
sec.
guys.
So I'm trying to understand like the concept of. I guess I get it, but I because you're just saying like pretty much anything.
I
Like,
understand.
do
Like,
you not think
I
deep?
guess I just
Uh,
never really given the opportunity. I guess
so, what do
of
you think
opening
about the
myself
world?
to like,
Do you think it's just Earth, like just only Earth?
what do you mean that when you say only Earth?
Would you think that there's like this whole galaxy with multiple Earths and maybe other beings?
I mean, like I said, for me, I believe in science, and until like it would be proven. I mean, obviously, it would be hard to believe that there isn't other species out there, you know.
So, how,
But
do you understand that the universe is like vast, right? It's big, it's huge.
yeah,
So you know that there's multiple galaxies, multiple planets, multiple like, if not infinite, of these things.
yeah. That's why I was just like, that's why I said like it would be dumb for me to say that there's another species. But I mean, like I said, I would have to see it to believe it.
Yeah, I feel that. But if damn, that's crazy, because knowing that there's this vast universe out there that's almost like intricately put together and connected. It's like a smart system out there. The stars, the way the gravity works, time pauses like almost up there. It's like, do you think that
Yeah,
just
it's
happens naturally?
no. I mean, obviously not. Something
There,
had to happen.
something created it, right? Or do you think it's like the Big Bang Theory type of thing?
I guess it just goes to based on what each person believes. Like I said, like for me, like I mean, right now in my life, I would consider Big Bang because, like I said, I believe more in science.
Yeah,
Like just because, like I said, oh, like I could say that, oh, like God created it, but like I mean, I don't want to say that there's no facts that can back it up, but like there's like kind of more facts on the Big Bang than in Jesus.
but it is a theory.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. It's
No,
just
yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
I'm
I'm
just,
not like I said.
I'm just
I
picking at a
don't
brain.
believe like I'm not 100. I don't like I said. I don't want to say I don't believe 100%. So for me, like it'd be 50-50. Like it's not like I'm 100% science believer, but then like because like miracles happen. I wish miracles happen to each one of us, but I mean
I think they
they
do in
don't.
different ways.
Just because like there's people that do bad in this world that live longer than people who do amazing in this earth and live a shorter life. Like that's not fair, you know. But I mean,
Yeah, but life's not fair, unfortunately, dude. Like there's this thing
yeah,
with is there's the kid in Africa praying for food, right? And there's the guy that's rich and has everything praying that his Wi-Fi gets turned back on because it got turned off. The unfortunate side of it is that God is listening to both. He listens to everyone, you know? Um, Unfortunately, this world is super sinful, and when human got trusted with being of God in this perfect world, humans sinned. If you know the story with Adam and Eve, and we were born into a sinful world, unfortunately. So bad things are gonna happen. I don't think it's a cause of hey, God's just not stopping it because it's not. I think there's just gonna be a time where it'll all change. I don't know how. I don't know if we're physically gonna be here or not. But even staying away from religion, I thought you don't believe in ghosts either.
No, like I said, like don't get me wrong, like I'll get scared, because in my head, like, oh, it's like, oh, there's something gonna pop out, as soon as you turn off the lights or whatever. But like 10 times out of 10, nothing's gonna happen. Well, for me, I mean,
Yeah,
I don't want to judge myself.
and
For
then something
anybody
happens.
listening, please don't send nothing my way, or you know, I'm not testing nobody. I'm just speaking my mind right now.
Nah, you're good,
Well,
dude. That's the whole point of
you
this.
you did lived in one of Victor's home that we did some house investigation, ghost investigation and stuff. So you never felt anything awkward or weird at the house?
I don't have anything memorable like that.
And what about
Like,
like in just your life in general?
like
Nothing's ever
no, not
happened.
really.
Yeah,
You never had like any instances?
yeah. Like I don't know.
Like, there's been situations where like at work where like I turn off all the lights and it's like completely pitch black, right? And I'll be like, "Oh, there's something in here. Make some noise or something." And 9 times out of 10, nothing happens. You know. But I mean, like I said, like for me, I wouldn't say I'm 100% convinced, but I mean,
You never know. I guess, huh?
that's what my belief is right now.
But
Yeah.
what makes you say that? If I turn off the lights, if somebody's here, can you make a noise? But what makes you say that?
Basically for something to manifest itself, or if there were to be a ghost or something, you know. But nothing.
You should play
That's crazy. I'm gonna sleep with my lights on tonight.
this.
And
That's hilarious. No,
the
I mean
TV.
it is crazy. You can never know for sure.
No, and you're right. You're 100% right. Like, do you guys believe in aliens?
I do,
Yep, I actually think there is some among living amongst us.
and that goes great into this next topic. I don't know. I think Rigor mentioned it. Did you guys see that thing happening at the Florida Mall where they were supposedly
Dude,
a bunch of cops showed up? They were breaking up a fight between like two boys or something like that. But there's a lot of stories coming out that it was people seeing like aliens or gray people or something like that.
yeah, so what happened was, I guess there was there was a fight that broke out between kids, and they started off shooting off fireworks inside the mall. But in all those chaos, a lot of people did say after the fact that it happened, a lot of people saying that they were at that mall, and first they heard like the fight, and then there's like a loud sound, and they started, yeah, seeing tall beings being inside the mall.
Okay, so for me, how could nobody get it on video or a clear video or the cameras or something? Like, come on. Everybody
There,
records everything nowadays.
there
Like,
was actually a
hard for me to
video.
believe that.
There was actually a video right outside that mall when everything was happening. There was actually a tall, shadowy figure that was going towards the building, and then suddenly it disappeared.
Okay, I'm gonna
And
look at
then
the video.
there was actually an admiral that was working around the Antarctic area, and and according to them, I forgot the admiral's name. I could look it up later, and I could tell you guys the name of the admiral. And he was out in the Antarctica area, and they actually did find a or found a portal, some sort of portal, and they did say that they actually spoke to the beings that they saw there, and the beings that they saw back there then um, actually kind of looks like what they saw at the Miami incident,
Huh.
like the
That's
description of the beings that they saw there.
But I think a lot of people
And
describe them as like the great people.
yeah, I think so. And then there was this one person on Tik. I know it's TikTok, but she did put the coordinates of the mall, and then if you reverse that coordinates, it actually shows you Antarctica. So what they were
Yeah, but
the
what if
theory?
that one's super like that could be a coincidence, right?
I don't know. It's a coincidence, but it's an actual base in Antarctica. Dude, I
Hmm.
cannot say the word. I actually did look it up as well. I saw an actual base of people that did stay there, and I think that's what the base that they were referring to when the admiral was there.
So you think there's like a portal between the mall and Antarctica?
Actually,
mm,
I think the theory was, those beings were actually trying to go home to their portal, but they actually put it wrong and they popped up at that mall. That's just a theory
Yeah,
though.
yeah. I mean, the theory is that there's freaking great people at the mall.
Exactly. So
No, that's crazy though. I need to search that up.
yeah, dude, it's really interesting. Yeah, look up the during I believe it was during the World War II era.
Yeah, I'll look into it. I don't
well,
know.
Antarctica has a lot of weird stuff out there. Don't they have like a seed vault down there, right? Where like they keep a lot of duplicates of like seeds in case like
Yeah,
something were to happen to them.
yeah, I think they do.
I, isn't like I wonder how like I think only like I'm not sure if I'm correct, but like Antarctica's like no one's really explored all of
No, I
it.
think they don't let you.
No, and
Yeah,
going
that's
going to that as well. There's a theory that Antarctica is actually like a big ice wall, and there's actually more land and seas out there. We're just being blocked off inside a big ice, pretty much.
I mean, it would make sense, but the world is kind of round.
Accordingly, yeah, according to everybody.
So what? We're flat earthers now.
No, I wouldn't say.
that.
I wouldn't
Put
say
flat Earth on the
it's
chat.
flat,
This guy. Everybody, no. Don't listen to
but
Flat
Rico.
you know
Earthers
what I
on the
mean.
chat.
It's just a theory as well. It goes into the conspiracy
It
theorist.
would. I feel like it would make more sense that there's extra land there, but not more lands. Maybe like another sea or something. Another like type of people living here. Like have you ever heard of the Middle Earthers?
Yeah, I've heard. There's like a bunch of videos in YouTube about it,
Yeah.
and
So
when I used to get high after work, I would be watching that at
yeah,
the
those are
garage.
crazy. Like how they
Well,
Yeah,
it's
they
a
came here through
possibility.
the Anunnaki or whatever.
and they're
It,
saying that we came
well,
from the Anunnaki, to
Yeah,
become
yeah. That
slaves.
and they come from a planet that's not too far from here. Actually, they call Planet X.
Yeah, Nibiru or
Yeah, and
planet
it comes
Nibiru or
every
something
like
like that.
so often, and that's how they would come here for more resources
Yeah, because I guess the way Earth orbits around the world, and I guess it lines up to that every 3,000 years or
or
something
something
like
like
that.
that. Yeah,
Yeah, because I'm saying, why don't they let you? Why is it banned? I guess because you
I don't know the
die.
government. I know there's a military thing out there too.
Like it's real deadly. You could die. I don't
Yeah, yeah.
understand.
Well,
Like,
it's
what's that
supposedly
mountain
yeah, it's
that
like
has so
wild.
many bodies?
Yeah, Mount Everest.
Yeah, like doesn't that mountain have like so many bodies that they use them like as like
Yeah, but
signs of know where you are?
is Antarctica considered U.S. base?
I think it has a. I think it kind
I
of
wouldn't
belongs
say
to
so.
everyone.
I wouldn't
I
say
honestly
it's
don't know.
U.S. based. No,
Then who blocks it off? Why don't people let them?
the world government, bro.
I guess yeah.
That's who.
Because for Mount Everest, I think it's like in Asia, right, or Thailand or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like a
And so
partnership.
they just use it as tourists. They make so much money off of it that I don't know. I don't know who blocks it off, but I know it's. I think you can't fly over a certain way.
Yeah,
Um,
it's restricted.
yeah, you can't explore it at all.
And besides the weather, I'm pretty sure. Like,
Well,
I mean, you guys are in Cali, so you guys
imagine
got good weather over
walking
there.
on snow or ice and not knowing if it's gonna break, and when it breaks, you're literally in the ocean, and a polar bear just comes from the water and eats you. If you don't die from being instantly cold or frozen.
And this is why we should be exploring Earth first before we explore Mars and everything else, bro.
Maybe they have though.
No, isn't it like 80% of the ocean unsurged?
Yeah, the ocean, but I'm talking about land. I'm sure they've been on it somewhere. There's something hiding.
What is this like on
Maybe.
One Piece, like the lost years?
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't know. It's crazy. Who knows?
Like you guys were talking about the on the episode about the Denver airport also.
Yeah, dude. That's
Oh, it took they spent over like $2 billion
yeah,
more than it actually cost.
yeah. And the the underground is I think like twice, three times as big as the airport itself.
Yeah, that was the episode with you and Victor only, right?
No,
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think so.
Oh wait, yeah, I was there. Never mind. Sorry, sorry.
Yeah. Um. Yeah.
That's wild.
Conspiracies are
I don't know.
conspiracies are always fun.
And it's always welcome in on this podcast, guys.
Always.
And if you have any theorist or conspiracy theorist, please put them on the YouTube section, comment section. All right, guys.
Yeah, for real.
Like,
Subscribe.
have you guys have any like UFO experiences? Like that you guys say like you guys saw something weird that you guys
Not in
can't
a
explain?
while.
Yeah, it's been a while. Like since I've seen like, oh, what the heck is that? Looking up at the sky.
Yeah, it's been a minute, but I
Well,
seen some weird things back then.
like for me, it was me it was me and my best friend at the time. Well, I mean we're still best friends and stuff, but we were like going to the gym. We were like was like late at night, and we both looked into the sky, and like there was three lights, but it's shaped like a triangle, and like I could have swear they closed, and then like they disappeared, and then like I saw it and he saw it, so like I mean I don't know if I was tripping or but like he saw it too and just could never explain what it was.
Huh.
Like it's not like an airplane or anything like that, right?
No, I don't think it was. Could have been. just because like I mean it wouldn't have been where it's at. Like obviously I live close to Fort Bliss, so there's a lot of
Oh,
helicopters that
yep.
do fly by.
Usually, the aliens are near those military bases, getting chased.
Exactly.
I remember, yeah, I remember in California out there when I was with you guys. I remember what is the helicopter, the what is it called? I forgot what it's called. The police helicopter.
The ghetto bird.
Yeah, yeah. I remember like it shined the light on us once. Like we weren't even doing anything, but I guess like because we used to always hang out like pretty deep. Like when I say deep, it was like at least minimum like of like 5 people.
Nah, maybe more, dude.
Yeah, it
You
was
know,
more.
like so it's just like we obviously apparently like a gang walking down the street when we're just trying to go to the corner store or something.
We were trying to smoke. What do you mean?
Yeah, definitely. I
Nah, I
remember
never
once
smoked.
I don't remember who was there, but like where Rigor used to live in some apartments.
Yeah,
Like he had some little like it was an empty lot, but like it was desert. And like
yeah,
I
yeah,
think we
yeah.
made like a we made like a hippie circle.
I remember.
We made like a hippie circle and like I mean we were just like free, like nothing, like no care in the world. And then some car like stopped and like it had lights on top. It had lights on top. So like as soon as we saw that, like, I remember we all panicked and we all took off. We all jumped over the fence. Like we all jumped over, and then like when we all jumped over, I remember the guy. He turned on his lights, and he there were construction lights.
Yeah, it was like
So
a
it
a
wasn't
truck,
it.
a construction truck or something.
Yeah, so it wasn't even the cops. He just scared the fuck out of us.
Yeah, I remember that. I think it was a
But
lot of us, dude.
yeah, no, yeah, definitely. It was like I said, never less than 5. It was always a lot.
Yeah, it was
We
always
used
a
to
lot.
always hang out by Rigor's house all the
Good
time.
times, good times, good
Good times.
times.
Good times.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, it's been what like 10 years since this happened.
Yeah, for sure.
Almost, give or take.
Man, time just
Time
flies by
flies.
though. We kind of we kind of paved the way for this new generation.
We really did.
I was telling my nephew that I was like, man, you guys have it so easy when it comes to smoking. We're over there
Oh,
trying to hide
definitely.
it, trying to like,
What were were you surprised that your nephew smoked?
nah, I mean it's normal. At first I was upset a little bit, not because he was smoking, but just because the way he was on track to doing things with school and everything. Um, I didn't want to give him the leeway to just not do his shit and smoke, you know.
I see, I
But
see. Like we didn't get the same treatment as they did in a way.
yeah, and so it was more of just trying to kind of push him forward and tell him, yo, maybe you can smoke, but just do what you got to do, type of thing. Um, but it's his, yeah, everybody around him. I was only one person trying to tell him, you know. So
Yeah.
I couldn't really do anything. But even into this day, I just give him advice and stuff and guide him in the right direction. Because I don't want him one day to
Pretty
be
much.
like, "Yo, I never heard it" or something. You know? Nah, you
Yeah,
did.
like you could
Yeah,
I told you. I
I did.
told you
I did
so.
tell you. And so I don't want that to be the misconception of, "Oh, no one ever told me," or "I didn't get informed," type of thing. No, I made sure to tell you.
Right.
Yeah.
And like that's all you can pretty much do. You know, he's gonna pretty much do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
But what you can do is just guide him in the right direction. Tell
And I
him
mean,
what way
smoking
is
isn't
best.
bad. I think as
And then
long
just
as
like
you,
anybody,
yeah, I think as long as he does what he's doing, he should be fine. Which now he is, so he's finally catching up to what he has to do, and you can't knock him for it. At least he's finally doing it, which is good.
Yeah, just give him some time. I mean, he will adjust.
Yeah, he's doing fine. He'll be fine. Um. Anyways, talking about weed, California will no longer require or cannot ask for a drug test of marijuana.
Specifically, piss though.
Yeah, it's piss testing. I think there's still a lot of places that, but I think that's lit. I think
Shout
that's
out
lit.
to California again.
Yeah. No, California has always been pretty lenient, or has always been first in the weed game, which is good. It's like Colorado. The closest state I have would probably be Colorado. You know.
Because they could make so much money on taxing it. Like Edgar. Remember what Chris with the H was saying? That he get taxed for this, and then he gets another tax for that.
Yeah, it's a lot of
Pretty much,
taxes.
there's a lot of taxes involved in a way,
A lot of taxes.
dude. And I feel like that's what made the actual product much more. Oh, dude, I said much more. Oh my god,
What? That
much
was.
cheaper. Huh? It's too positive, like much more. Like I didn't have to say much and more at the same time because I could have just said more or much
I think it sounded fine.
talkingly, but like grammatically, that's actually wrong.
No, I think that's how you say something instead of saying very or something like that. Much more is actually a good thing to say. I think.
Okay, anyways, but good talk. Anyways, yeah, what I was saying, like they could potentially make so
Much
much
more.
more profit. I did it
Yeah,
again.
Because you could say much. You
like
could just say make more profit, but much more is emphasizing how much
It
it
it, it is
it is emphasizing like the amount. The quality. It's kind of like yeah,
right, right, right.
yeah. But they can
yeah,
make so
no,
much money.
but it just depends on the state. I don't think Texas, maybe in the future, it can
Well,
come a weed state, but I highly, I highly doubt it.
you got to think about it though. Texas is actually a conservative state, so
Big
they're not
time.
as much. They're not so openly about having all that in their state.
Yeah, well, if times are changing, you know, a lot of like you said, a lot of like over there is they're a lot more lenient. I'm pretty sure eventually with time it'll happen here too.
Are
Hopefully
you
in my
ever?
lifetime.
Are you planning on staying in Texas for like ever now?
That's a good question, honestly, because I've been thinking, and my answer right now would be yes, but if an option were to, if I were to get an option where I could leave, I
Like,
would.
like you could say,
It's
like
just,
a better opportunity elsewhere, you would go.
yeah, just because, like I said, I have a daughter, and well, it just becomes with like that brings other problems too. So,
Are you with the mother of your daughter or no?
no, I'm not. So, like I
Oh,
said,
okay.
that would make problems like for me, not problems, but like
It's
it
just
would just
hard. It
make
makes
things
it
a
hard.
lot more difficult.
Yeah, for sure.
It would make things more difficult, being over there, because basically I would be making my life in another state. But yeah, that's
And
what I.
as far as like where you're working and everything, is this something you like to do, or do you eventually want to get? Is there like a dream job? What I mean? What is Chris want? What does Chris want? What's his job? What's his like? What do you want?
Like, where do you want to
For
go
me,
from here on, bro?
like for here, like obviously like I worry like my priorities would obviously be this year. Like I've said, for me it would be my wealth and my health. You know, just make sure like I get more money in my pocket. You know, make sure I take care of myself. You know, that's pretty much I would say what more priorities are. You know, but yeah, like I said,
future wise, what's
like for me and my dream job,
yeah, like do
like I
you
guess like
or do
what
you
I
want
would
to go
want,
back to school or do you know anything like
like
that?
I've always, yes, I've always, I don't know, like I've always been big on culinary, you know,
Yeah,
so that would probably like be like a goal of mine to be have like have my own little restaurant or something,
yeah.
have culinary like
Hey,
under my belt and stuff.
Edgar, this is your subject. You should give him some advice.
So I can actually give you advice here. Um, if you are into culinary and you think you don't have time to go back to school for it, right? And then maybe that's how it feels sometimes because having kids as we get older, we just feel like our time is kind of running. And trust me, I
Yeah.
have I have I have two girls and a son right now. He's about to be a year old, so I trust me, I know. I go to school full time. I work technically full time, and they have me as part time, but I'm still getting those hours in. This is my first actual. I've worked fast food. I've worked different jobs, dude, from like construction, warehouse, fields, IT, customer service. You know what I mean? Just everywhere. I think I found my passion. I went to culinary school, started getting into the industry, like the food industry jobs, and I got a great opportunity at this place called the Padre Hotel here in Bakersfield. It's like the only four diamond hotel here. It's one of the best. It's super fancy. Um, I'm learning under a pastry chef there to take over as pastry chef while she's gone. I've been getting trained everywhere, and if you really want to get into this business, it's long hours, hard work, and to be completely honest, you might miss a lot of times coming holidays and stuff, but you probably already do doing banquets. If you don't want to go back to school and you want to be in the culinary industry, I recommend getting in somewhere where you're making food, prepping, doing. You have to start off somewhere small, unless you kind of have some of that experience. Maybe your job offers, hey, let me get on the dishwash and start asking questions about the food and stuff like that. That's how you kind of get in. Being eager to learn, a lot of chefs will want to teach you this. And the great thing about culinary is that you can triumph in this industry with just experience, and you don't need the culinary background, like education wise, to truly make it in the industry. It helps. It does help eventually because they kind of teach you this, but experience is like the best teacher when it comes to culinary and I think anything. But if you really want to get into that industry, I say maybe look into where you can start as. Do you know how to cut properly? Do you know how to cut stuff?
Mm,
Have you ever prepped?
yes, so okay, no, technically no. I mean, obviously I know how to cut, but like I mean, I guess the proper way, the proper form, probably not.
Yeah, but have you prepped?
No.
What have you done as far as cooking in the industry? Nothing? Is it more home?
Yeah, basically just like a hobby kinda
Okay.
right now.
Th-
I like to
I think that's a good way to
mess
start though.
around.
You work, you said for, what was it,
Catering business.
the catering business? Do they ever offer
Yeah,
someone to help in the back, like back of the house? Because you're front of the house.
yeah, yeah, yeah. They do and stuff. And I see like the recipes and the ingredients that they use and stuff.
It's
But
never
like
too late.
just yeah, definitely not.
But if you want to stay where you're at as a job and you think you can make it work with school and doing it slowly that way, then it's kind of good because you don't have any of the real experience. So if you did, I would say just stick to the experience. But since you don't, I think culinary, um, like the program wherever you get in, it'll be pretty good.
Yeah. If not, I'm just gonna join the military. What's the cutoff? What's the cutoff age?
36.
There you go.
You got 6 years.
If all if all fails, just catch me in boot camp. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Nah, man, you
Nah,
can do it if
I
you really
could
want
do
to.
that. Yeah, no, definitely. I know I will, and I know. And yeah, like that's pretty much it. And honestly, um, that's pretty much my focus this year. Like trying to better myself in every way I can. And
Question to you as well, Chris. How often do you smoke weed? Like right now,
I would say I'm a casual smoker.
So
like
every day
what's
No,
user.
casual everyday smoker,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Do you think that smoking weed um I should say, if you stop smoking weed, will it enable you to do more things around that passion that you really want to do, such as being in culinary?
Um, in a way I do, but I mean, yeah, I mean, obviously I feel like, it's a habit that I wouldn't say it's technically bad, but I mean, if I didn't smoke as much or stuff like that, or I could probably get more things done or put my time into different things.
What's
But
stopping you?
from smoking, from
Or like,
No,
stopping,
what?
yeah.
Yeah, like what's stopping you from smoking that could lead you to potentially do more stuff, like you were saying?
well, well, for me it's just like I said, just in the aspect where it gets me like lazy sometimes. It gets me sleepy to where like I don't be productive as I should be. Stuff like that. And
Oh, okay.
I agree. That's why I also like started giving it up because I just felt my judgment being cloudy. I couldn't think straight. Like I could think straight, but it was like there's this there's this I don't know. There was this different me under all that
I,
smoked up
I
brain.
I did remember like me and you were talking about it like off podcast. I think we actually were just like catching up. We were talking about that. Remember, Edgar?
Yeah, and we talked about it a lot actually.
Yeah, yeah, we do.
We would
I
have a
think
lot
it's
of
just
talks because we would work
it's
out.
it's me and you, huh? Yeah, it's me and you
Yeah,
mostly doing all that because we did went to like in points of our life like probably like 3 4 years ago that we actually were like talking about like, man, like when are we gonna stop like enjoying smoking weed? You know what I mean?
and it came to that point. I don't know.
It
A,
actually did.
a lot of the time, I was realizing that I would smoke, and I would tell myself, "Why am I even smoking? I'm not even having fun smoking this anymore." And it was more because
Yes,
it was
yes.
habitual, not necessarily because I wanted to get high. It was just the fact that I could smoke and I had it there. I would smoke
I think having that easy access to
to it.
the
Yeah,
to it that makes you realize, man, wait, why am I doing this? Because before it would be like kind of like a thrill, a rush of like, hey, if I get caught, I get caught smoking. You know what I mean?
and not just that. Even when we were working out and stuff, I don't know if you remember, we would have a smoke after we would
Yeah. I mean, it
ease,
was
and
relaxing.
it
You
was
know what I mean?
relaxing. Don't get me wrong, but I think we could have got the same outcome without it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So it
Exactly.
it would just for me, I realized it was stopping me in a sense. And as much as a lot of stoners don't like to admit that weed is a bad habit, um, because they see like Wiz Khalifa, Snoop Dogg, big people like that that can smoke and they still have a career. But granted, they're also like famous and rich.
Yeah.
For an,
And have talent in the music industry.
yeah, they have raw talent. So for an average Joe like us that are trying to manifest and we're trying to hone our skills in what we want to be good at, um, it's hard because we put our mindset aside to being like, oh well, if I keep smoking weed, I'll still be successful because look, these people are successful. But they're not seeing the hard work they're still putting aside of that and the talent, right? You can't just, I don't know, it's weird to get into it, but you can't just smoke and expect the great things to happen when you're not at your full potential. If that makes sense.
Makes sense to
Yeah.
me now, bro. Makes sense to me now.
Like
Like you said, it does clutch your judgment
it
in a
does,
way.
man. Like there's, I the since I've started here, I have realized that I'm no longer working.
And I think that's good, bro.
And all that started because I started to realize the impact marijuana was having on my brain at one point. And don't get me wrong, I don't know, I might smoke more later. Who knows? I really don't know. I don't want to, but I know myself. Uh,
Dude, I feel like when we're in our 50s or 60s, we're going to be
yeah.
having our circles still and we're
And
going to be
so,
smoking.
yeah. And so I realized quick that I started reaching a lot more goals and started focusing on my emotion, on my mental, on my physical. And it kind of brought all that out, and I didn't realize that weed was actually kind of pushing that down.
Yeah, like an enabler
Yeah,
to not potentially hitting those
it
goals
was
that we have set.
almost just making my ego more and more shitty. If that's the right word, it made me.
I yeah.
I couldn't focus in any other area in my life aspect wise because I was just feeding my ego with weed, saying, I can still do this. Hi, ha, ha, ha. Like if that was such a good thing.
Yeah,
You know what I
dude. Yeah,
mean?
I think that was my problem
And
too.
so it kind
Yeah.
of enabled us to think, oh well, we can smoke and get it done because look, I'm functioning on a day to day. I'm driving high, I'm cooking high, I'm going to school high, ha ha ha. Not realizing that I was missing a lot of the key points to growth in life because of feeding that ego with weed and putting the excuses of, oh well, it helps me relax, it takes away this. And granted, some of the times it did, and it did help along the way. I'm not saying it didn't, but majority of the time was enabling myself to think that I was okay because I could smoke and function normally. So I didn't grow in any of these aspects. And as I started getting more education and started realizing that I couldn't think straight at one point, um, it made me see all this. Sorry to get a little deep there with this.
Nah, you're good. What's your opinion on on that, Chris?
Or-
Well, yeah. No, I'm here.
Well, nigga, I'm still gonna smoke.
It's like I don't go fuck.
No, like, no, like I said, like for me, I plan to stop smoking. Like my New Year's resolution, was to actually stop smoking. And like I said, for me, it's easier said than done. Like I said, I know I could do it, but
Yeah, it
it
is
hasn't
easier
happened.
said than done.
Um, but like for me, I wanted, like I said, for me, the reason for me to stop would be just like for my health, just because, like, I mean, going smoke in your lungs is not healthy, right?
No,
So
well, it's just not
yeah,
healthy
that's
to be um wh- something that shifts or alters your perspective of things is obviously not healthy because you're not thinking as you like you.
Yep, that makes sense to me.
And everything can be healthy in moderation. Don't get me wrong.
I feel like yeah, that's the key word,
You can
moderation. You could be
you can
smoking,
definitely smoke. Yeah.
like you could smoke, like you could set a goal, like oh man, I'm not, from a regular smoker's perspective, like we smoke pretty much every single day. You know what I
And
mean?
not
And
just a bowl or two. We were like dabbing,
yeah,
smoking blunts, daily
yeah, dude, like,
basis.
and if you could cut, like maybe cut off, like let's say like in a week you could only smoke like 2 times, 3 times. It actually feels more of a what do you call this, bro? Where like giving yourself
Like a
a present,
reward.
or a reward. There you
Oh,
go.
the tolerance break.
Instead of just yeah,
Well, it's almost like you're earning your right to smoke at the end of the night, right? So,
yeah, yeah. In a way,
how
yeah.
I actually started with slowing down on weed and eventually kind of like letting it go slowly. Um,
But not completely.
yeah, because I'll still like take a hit here and there. You know what I mean? Um,
Yeah.
so I think packing like how much do you smoke a day?
For me,
Yeah.
uh, I would say maybe like twice a day.
So packing a bowl, right? A fat bowl, whatever.
Uh, technically, I mean, like a disposable. I'll just be puffing on my disposable.
Yeah, but disposables they hit you heavy, bro.
Yeah, well, that's what I be
Unless you
puffing on,
can
and
take two hits that whole day, one in the morning, one at night, or however you feel like doing it. But doing it so you're not fully high, but your body is relaxed by it almost. And then you'll slowly start to realize that the less you're smoking, and when you do smoke, all you're gonna need is one hit or two hits.
And
And
I
you're
think this
yeah,
goes hand. I think this goes hand in hand in the accessibility of having a
yeah, so
marijuana,
that's why I'm
which
saying if it's a out of sight, out of mind type of thing. I know you're gonna
yeah,
fiend because we all do. We fiend for it, but if you can start moderating the intake of cannabis use, I think you'll do better in that area. If you know you really want to do that as a goal, is moderation and set a goal, dude. Set a goal. I think I've learned my lesson of setting goals and not completing goals. I look like such a retard doing that. Oh, sorry for that word.
yeah,
Actually, I'm sorry.
yeah, bro, we're gonna get demonetized, bro.
I didn't mean it. Sorry. I look like a dummy. Setting a goal and not setting it, like not completing it, makes me feel like a fool.
Yeah, you're playing yourself
Yeah,
when it
man.
comes to
Like
that
we're
sense,
literally playing
and
ourselves.
you're actually
on
like
that note,
making yourself feel more worse
If
than
anything, yeah, it kind of lowers your self esteem.
exactly. I That's the word I
Cause I
was
think, dude, we're
searching for
getting
in
at
my
an
brain.
age, yeah, because we're getting at an age where we need to start being about it, dude, and we should have been. You know, we just kind of
We should have been about it when we
we
were
fucked off
20s,
all
bro.
our young years, dude, drinking and smoking, and so now it's like, bro, I have to. Like you said, there's no other choice but to go to the military, right? Jokingly, but in reality, what? Where am I going from here, dude? If I'm already like, what else is left?
it, if you already have that mindset in your in your head that
Why would
man,
I go
if I go to
back?
the
Anything
military, yeah,
back is a negative. Anything back is me not growing. Why would
makes
I?
sense.
You know what I'm saying? So why would I not just keep this flow going? Why would I not start it and just keep going no matter the age at this point? Because if you guys have the mindset, this goes out to the whole audience. If you guys have the mindset to do something and you start it, why it's better to be two steps forward than one step backwards.
Yep, exactly.
Because the past is the past, guys. You're not getting that back. We're not getting that back. It's cool to reminisce that we used to smoke and drink. It's cool, but it's almost childish at this point. I'm not saying you can't have a few drinks with your friends. You can have a few smokes when you guys are kicking it, chilling. But to make that a lifestyle at one point, and I feel like I don't know. I'm not talking for you guys, but for myself, I'm in a
For
position where
ourselves, bro.
I can do a lot more and achieve a lot more. So why would I potentially um, risk all that being taken away because I want to smoke and drink a little bit?
And we're not saying that smoking is bad, we're
No,
actually promoting a good, healthy way of trying to do it.
correct.
Like
So I'm saying if you want to stop, this is how you can do it. If you don't want to stop, it's great to moderate. For me personally, I need to stop because I've been smoking for over 10 plus years, and it's just time. For me,
yep,
it's time. For me to
exactly.
focus on my goals, it's time. That's what I'm saying. I'm not talking for you guys, so you guys have your own story on it and do what you guys want. But for me, I think that's why I kind of started letting go of it because I just wasn't enjoying it. I realized that it was truly taken away from where my potential could be, you know?
Ding, 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 ding. That's the same thing happened to me.
Yeah. And a lot of people can relate to this. So, again, we're not knocking weed because, dude, we're weed connoisseurs, but I think there just comes a time where you have to lay back and do what you got to do at the end of the day. Not everybody is lucky to have a job in the weed industry that makes money off of it, or have a super raw talent and they're musicians or artists and they get to smoke every day in their lifestyle. Like, cool, that would be great if I could, you know. But right now, I think it's just stopping me more than it is helping me grow. So,
We're all about growing here, guys.
yup.
And to double back on that, yeah, like fuck, I used to smoke at work as well, and dude, like I could see myself really not just doing as much as I should be doing, and I feel like I disrespected my job in a way that I'm not putting effort into it anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
you start taking it for granted. You start messing around.
and yeah, and
Yeah,
things do happen, and it got taken away from me. It humbled me down, bro. Like I said,
yeah,
dude, I had a good and I had a good job. I'm not gonna lie, I had a good job,
yeah.
good
You
paying
did.
job. But like I said, and dude, like I went back to the real world, like accepted like low paying job, dude. It was just like it hurt me a
It
lot
really humbles you,
in
dude.
new ways. Yeah, it really does. But then that's speaking on my experiences as well.
Yeah,
Has that been your favorite job you've ever
Not my
had?
favorite, not my favorite, but like the best paying
I
job
think
I
in
would say
terms of
that I ever
pay,
had.
yeah,
Yeah, pay. But I loved my job too, because I love working on cars as well. So
yeah.
it goes hand in hand.
But yeah, man, I don't know. The goal, I think, for me this year, and so we can kind of, we're actually gonna cut this one just a bit shorter. We'll still do a little bit of talking, but I'm trying to see how the algorithm will do with not over 2 hours. Um,
Oh, okay. I see. That's why the eighth episode was kind of like a little bit cut,
shorter, and so we
not
can.
short. Yeah.
We're kind of. I think this is a great way to kind of start ending things with. We didn't say Happy New Year's in the beginning, but again, guys, Happy New Year's if you made it to the end of the podcast. It's great to do this. I know sometimes um an episode hasn't been out because we kind of we where we work, we do this on the side. We just have a lot going on right now. Victor got sick. I felt like I was getting sick. RJ overslept.
Bro, it was a good night
RJ,
though. I'm not
RJ
gonna lie.
overslept. Guys, you guys hear this? RJ overslept.
Sorry, guys. Time difference as well.
um,
I know.
But Happy
I
New
was
Year's
catching
as
up with
well to
that.
our audience.
next time, I'm just gonna bring in Chris as the third host if you're gone. Um,
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Just,
Um,
so you better don't fall
No,
asleep,
dude,
big
we
bro.
but
we 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 would love to have you back. Maybe like a
hell yeah,
four-man host, like so we. I
We'll
mean,
have
we
to
did
do
try
the
that.
to be continued
yeah.
with
To be
Victor here.
continued. This will
The
be a
2.0
we're gonna
episode.
get when Victor's back on, we can dive into some more things. This time we were kind of just catching up, but we'll each give a goal that we want to do this year. We'll check
Yeah,
up on each other
definitely.
and see how we're doing with that goal. And I think for me, the goal is I think I have two goals here. Is honestly eating better with my diet and working on my career slash like podcasting. I think I want to be consistent with the podcast. I want to be consistent with my career. And I think that just ties hand in hand because it's something that I would love to do eventually, you know? Um, and obviously, my culinary, that's just always going to be there. But if I can focus on this podcast, on getting better in my career and my health, obviously the rest will fall into place, my family and everything. That's something that I shouldn't make a goal. I should just be doing day to day. But I think that yeah, that's a good way to look at it for myself. I think everything else is me working on it, but a true goal is my health, like my diet and this podcast. I really want to grow this podcast throughout the next year. So that's definitely a goal I have. What about you guys?
Well,
With
for me, like
me,
I said
oh,
earlier,
go ahead, go ahead.
yeah, like for me, when I said earlier, like I said, for me, it's my health and my wealth. It all comes together, with just smoking, work, family. Like we're
Yeah,
not all perfect, but we could all try to improve ourselves at
yeah,
least a
for
little
sure.
bit. And that's pretty much what I'm trying to do. Like put focus my priorities on things that really do need my attention, and because there's also things that like I do that really don't really need that much attention from me. So
Yeah,
just focus my attention on better priorities and stuff.
I feel that.
But yeah, that's pretty much it for me.
Regarding my goals this year, it would be uh, health as well. I would love to get back into top not shape. I think that's the right way to say it. Also, like just to be a better person. I need to be more disciplined. I need to get my sense of responsibility back. I feel like I'm missing a lot of those in my life aspects right now. So I'm really pushing forward for those things to work for me to work on those things.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
And most importantly, like I guess you know what? Scratch those old goals. My only goal is to get closer to God right now. Everything else will fall into place. I need to have that type of faith. What am I thinking? Um,
True, true.
I my heart. You know, when I heard you say that, being a better person, it's like having the heart that I want to have. That I would wish God would give me eventually through progress and growth. I want to have a better heart overall. I think the rest will fall into
Yeah,
place when it comes to health, my career, this podcast. But if I focus my main base of living on God, the rest will happen and it will fall into place. Um, so you kind of convicted me there a little bit when I heard that.
hey,
Um,
glad I made you feel that way.
yeah, man,
In
that's
a good
God
way, in a good
speaking,
way, in a
brother.
good
That's
way.
God speaking. Sometimes the Holy Spirit has to correct you, and I think I'm focused on everything else. And if I want a great relationship with God, that should be my priority because I've seen Him
Amen
do
to
it,
that.
man. I'm seeing Him work on my life and bring things to fruition, opening doors, opportunities, restoration, happiness, love, and everything else isn't the priority. It was just Him. So why would I not keep giving Him that glory and strengthening my relationship there?
Absolutely, brother.
But with that being said, guys, I hope everybody's having a good New Year. Um, don't let the bad stuff get you guys. There's always gonna be bad stuff, but for all the bad, there's always gonna be more good. Let's manifest a good year, everybody. Let's manifest a good year. It's been great to be here again. I'll see you on the next episode. We're gonna have Chris back for show for the 10th episode. It's gonna be a good one. We're gonna probably make that one a little bit long. But with that being said, do you guys have anything to say?
No, man, just have a safe New Year this year, and hope your goals and achievements do happen. We love you guys supporting us. Appreciate the views, but we need comments, guys. We
We
really
need
do.
comments, like,
So
subscribe,
like, subscribe,
Yeah.
share it.
share it
We
for
We're
real.
appreciate
gonna
that.
put your cash app at the end of the in the comments to see if you actually watch the whole video. To see if you watch the whole video. No, I'm just
No, that'd
kidding.
be hilarious.
No, but right. Nah, but for me, I mean, like I said, I appreciate you guys having me on and everything. Like I said, I was a little bit nervous. They kind of went away, but like I said, I appreciate you guys having me on, and you know, pretty much it's good night for Edgar and good morning for Igor, right?
Yeah, for real.
Yes,
Well,
sir. But
if you're down to do the next one coming up, just let us know.
yeah, so Victor will be here too. It
Victor will
will be
be
like
here, so
the actual one that we supposed to have.
we can start bringing more stories out.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would be
definitely.
great.
I'm looking forward to it.
This will be a
I
to be
appreciate you guys.
continued. All right, man. It was great to have you guys. Love talking to y'all. I'm glad you guys are listening. And like always, this is Matcha Podcast. Happy New Year.